Good afternoon and welcome back to Sunk Costs from IT to GRP. Today, if you saw the previous video, I've got a load of water in a tank, I assume, which is waste of some sort. I need to empty out some of it, A, to work out what it is, and B, to start emptying it so I can take some of those timbers off. So I've got myself a pump to fit to the drill, and I got some pipe and a bucket so I can start emptying out, working out what it is. So that's the real task for this afternoon. If I get time, I've got some new taps to fit and some length of hose and so forth to see whether or not I can connect up the water pump. So they are the two things I'm going to have a go at this afternoon. But firstly, to update you on where we are, or where I am rather. Just over a week now since I've retired. And what has changed? Well, you see these videos talking about health markers and longevity and healthy living and so forth. So thinking of those factors, if I can remember them all. So drinking is down. Did have a bit of a celebration last Friday, just over a week ago. Celebrate the retirement with family. That was lovely. Drank too much, ate too much. But other than that, drinking is down. Stress levels are incomparable. Constant dialogue in the back of the head about all work things, that's gone. And it takes me about 5 minutes each morning. It comes in suddenly remembering each morning that I am retired and I don't have to have that constant narrative in the back of the head. So that's great. So I guess cortisol, adrenaline, those sorts of things are well down. And my head is much, much clearer. So again, that's really good. Sleep has also improved. Again, that's linked to stress, I guess. Sleeping a lot better. So they're really positive. So all of those factors are very much in the positive. On the downside is, I think, some sort of mourning for loss of that social side of work. Not going into work, not seeing familiar faces, not the chat, the talking about not just work, of course, but other things than work. That I really, really do miss. And I think the difference is if you've changed jobs, you're suddenly generating new relationships, new working relationships, friendships and so forth with a new bunch of people. So, and I don't have that. So yes, I'm certainly missing some of the people. Which is understandable, I guess. So that's not so good, but that's totally expected. But on or in total, certainly so far so good. Looking forward to spring. It's another lovely day, but it's still tail end of January now. So as the days stretch out and I get outside more and more, that'll be lovely. Right, so enough of that. Let's cut to connecting this up and seeing what I can find that way. First things is to have a length. Now it says, so let's have ourselves around 2 meters, give or take. So if we screwdriver, get these Jubilee clips on, inbound, ideally I would heat this pipe up, but see if I can force it on. Can't get that Jubilee clip on at the moment. It's pretty tight, so there's no easy way of filming this. So I've got the shorter bit of pipe into the water, and I've fitted the drill to the pump, so you'll just have a view of my backside, unfortunately, that there's just not the room to do it. So let's see if this works. Doesn't want to come all the way up. It comes part way. Is it too far? Because you don't want too much height. Let's lower that down, see if that, don't want the water going everywhere. It's pretty clear water. Now, interestingly, the water level doesn't appear to have gone down. It doesn't smell. Doesn't smell at all. I'll go pour it down. There's toilets here. I'll go pour it down the toilet, see what I can see. So I've filled up several buckets and took them off to the toilets to start taking some of the water out, and got myself very hot, took my jacket off. Microphone of course is on my jacket, so there was no audio with this section of the update. So just a quick sort of overdub to say, took an amount of water out of that holding tank, and then decided to have a look at the taps instead because I was exhausted. So you can see 2 new taps that I bought. These were the smallest, sort of simplest ones I could find. Hand fitted those to see what they look like. And underneath the sink there you can see the 2 braided hoses that I also purchased. Now that needed a sort of a 15mm adapter push fit, which you can see fitted there. There was only one of those in the shop at the time, so only one fitted. I don't really know whether we want to have hot at all in the future, but I've capered it all up ready in case that we do. So that went pretty well. I was quite pleased with that. Well, I'm shattered. I think the boat always lists down to starboard. The water tanks where I've got port and starboard, they're empty. The gas bottles are on port and they're off the boat. So there's nothing, the engine is in the middle of the boat. So I've always wondered why the boat always lists down to starboard. And this has got to be why. God knows how much weight is in that tank. I feel I've carried enough of it. So I'm done for today. Reasonably happy. Connected up the taps. I've got the cold up against the water pump now. I need to get an adapter to convert it from 15mm white plastic to a thing I can put plastic over, a pipe over, so I need to convert that. And then that will be, other than those Jubilee clips, in a good place. Next time I'll carry on with the water and see if I can get that lid off. I've tried it a bit and there was one screw I've taken out, but it doesn't want to shift, so I'm loath to force it and then potentially damage the tank underneath, or the neck anyway. So we shall see about that. I'll just have a ponder and see how I get on next time. But for today, this is it. I'm done in. So I'll see you in the next episode, whenever that is. Remember, be kind to one another, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.